Tonight, the I-Team breaking new ground on a 4-year investigation into thousands of car fires. Millions of cars have been recalled over a fire risk, but still, we're getting reports from drivers of narrow escapes from their vehicle when they burst into flames.
Now, a national auto safety watchdog group tells our I-Team investigator Jackie Callaway they're quickly taking steps to get the word out to used car buyers.
Under your engine, you're leaking fire.
He was like, bro, you want to get out the car? Your car's on fire. And I look over in my car, like my whole hood's in flames.
It is the call no parent wants.
My car is on fire, ma'am.
The I-Team first broke the story of Kias and Hyundais catching fire while parked in driveways or riding down the road back in 2018. Yet drivers continue to endure harrowing escapes.
We have no clue if anybody's in it.
Last October, Maureen Huckler's 22-year-old daughter, Aubrey, raced to get out of her burning 2015 Kia Soul after another driver flagged her down. How long before she gets out of the car did the car go up in flames?
It was immediate. So they got her belongings out. The car just imploded. And
Yolanda Lawson says a fellow motorist waved her over after flames started shooting out of the bottom of her Kia SUV on this Ocala road in February.
And when I jumped out, as soon as I jumped out, I just looked back and I seen the flames engulf. I was shaking. I was literally just shaking.
17-year-old Matthias Donaldson bailed out of his burning 2011 Kia Optima February 19th. A security guard at this Tampa subdivision alerted him that flames were leaping out from underneath the front end.
Like a few seconds later, the car was in flames.
Since our first report 4 years ago, Kia and Hyundai have recalled more than 5.8 million vehicles over fire risks.
The recall did not fix the underlying engine problems with the engine design that caused these issues in the first place.
Michael Brooks heads up the Center for Auto Safety in Washington, D.C. Our latest reports and the agency's fielding of ongoing complaints of fires and engine failures led him to tell us an advisory is inevitable. What is your agency considering doing?
We're going to begin issuing warnings to consumers and try to get the word out to folks shopping for used cars.
The consumer alert could include about 4 million Kia and Hyundai vehicles manufactured between 2011 and 2019, all of which contain the Theta 2 engines that have been tied to multiple recalls.
The only way we see to stop these complaints from coming in is to warn consumers to prevent them from having to have one of these vehicles in the first place. It's something that we very rarely do and haven't done in over 2 decades.
I asked both automakers to respond to the Center for Auto Safety's announcement. Hyundai wrote that the company has taken numerous proactive actions to address the engine issues, including conducting several recalls, launching a new engine monitoring and diagnostic technology, and providing extended warranties. And Kia said, we continuously evaluate our vehicles as part of ongoing monitoring activities and provide quarterly reports to NHTSA regarding any consumer complaints. In December, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration announced an expanded investigation into the scope of the recalls and the effectiveness of the recall remedies. As of December, NHTSA counted nearly 5,000 fires and 158 injuries. There have been 2 deaths involving Kia Souls.
I'm okay, but my car's on fire.
Recent recalls connect the fires to multiple defects. They include oil leaks, electrical problems connected to the anti-lock braking system, and a faulty recall repair that can trigger a fuel line leak that causes vehicles to burst into flames while driving. In 2018, after the I-Team exposed the faulty recall repairs, Kia recalled thousands of 2011 to 2014 Optimas, but Matthias's 2011 Optima was not included.
This connector may have become disconnected.
I asked fire investigator Richard Meyer to inspect the Optima. He concluded a gas leak in a fuel pipe was to blame.
The most likely cause, from what I've seen at this point, is that the fuel line connector came off and spilled gasoline.
You gotta fix those. That's just putting more people in danger.
This is my car on fire. I tried to come to a stop by mashing the brakes. They went all the way to the floor.
What was that like, that moment?
Heart dropped. My heart dropped because I know that I'm in a vehicle that can't stop.
Yolanda Lawson, one of several Kia fire victims who told us they could not get the vehicle to stop.
And she's screaming, "Stop the car." And Jordan's saying the brakes don't work.
Jordan Carlton died 14 months after his rented 2019 Kia Soul burst into flames. His mom, Becky, who was in the car with him, escaped. His dad, Robert, told me the brake failure prevented his son from getting out of the vehicle in time to save his own life.
And they're trying to put on the emergency brake, and that's not stopping the car.
In Yolanda's case, we found Kia recalled her 2017 Sportage in March of 2021 over an electrical fire risk. Yolanda says she never received a recall notice.
This shouldn't have happened. This should not have happened.
And I asked Kia to examine Maureen Huckler's 2015 Soul. In this report provided to Maureen, Kia states the cause of the fire was a catastrophic failure of the engine, resulting in a hole in the engine block and the expulsion of engine oil onto the exhaust system. But records show the vehicle was recalled in 2020 for an engine inspection to look for fire-related defects. A Kia dealer performed the inspection in March 2021. 6 months later, the Soul caught fire.
I have her driving a car that I trusted her to be safe in, that we maintained.
In 2020, Kia and Hyundai agreed to settle a class action lawsuit over engine fires for $760 million. Both Matthias and Yolanda may qualify for money to cover their losses. Litigation involving the Kia Souls is ongoing. I'll stay on this story and continue to update you on the ongoing safety issues with these vehicles. I'm I-Team investigator Jackie Callaway, taking action for you.